Set in a large township in South Africa, My Home is a spectacular stage show that's actually a circus featuring rousing choreography, daring acrobats, and contortionists who'll make your body hurt after watching them, in a good way. With musicians and performers representing a variety of African nations, the show is presented by Cirque du Sinne. Before we meet our guests, let's take a look at this clip.
Sports star, phenomenal. We were just going back and forth about what it would take for us to be able to approach any of that.
No, I can never do it.
You don't have to do it. You can just go see it.
Yes.
Tell us more about the show and also the theater's neighborhood outreach program for kids. Our Nolyuanda Mqulwana, I'm ruining her name. She's going to say it beautifully for you later. She happens to be Mother Africa's choreographer, who in fact was born in the very township where the show is set. Welcome to BK Live.
Thank you.
Shame me right now.
It's Mqulwana.
See, beautiful. And Courtney Boddie, the Director of Education and School Engagement at the New Victory Theater, who happens to live in our own township of Brooklyn. Welcome home, Courtney.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Thank you both for being here. Let's start by having you tell us how this show was created.
The show was created in Germany, where we had all acrobatic people and all dancers all over the African continent come together in Germany, and we created a show. So basically, the idea about the show came with Wilson Rari and also Hubert Schumbert, which is, they are both in partnership, about they had an idea of creating a Khayelitsha show, because mostly people, they have this kind of a cliche about South Africa that they expect to see animals walking on the street and stuff like that. So they said, okay, Noli, this is an idea. Tell us about township, tell us about Khayelitsha, what goes around in Khayelitsha. So I kind of like had to put all the choreography relating into a real thing that happens in the township, which is basically a normal life like you living. You know, we have the same normal life, apart from the fact that we have shacks, but we're basically all living the same life as the other people are living in other countries.
Yeah. So Courtney, this is, talk about a teaching opportunity, a chance to lure kids in, and they don't even realize they're getting culture in theater because it's so dazzling.
Yeah, well, I wanted to just talk a little bit about the New Victory itself and then the education programs and how we serve the city. So the New Victory is New York's premier theater that really focuses on kids and families. So we present works from around the world, like South Africa or Germany, that is in a variety of performing arts that are appropriate for kids who are just little tiny babies all the way through teens. And so we really take it very seriously, what we're looking for in terms of fun factor, but also in terms of really exposing kids to a lot of different kinds of art forms: puppetry, theater, dance, music, and obviously circus. And then the idea of this, for this particular show, Mother Africa, My Home, the idea of really exposing kids to the different kinds of culture. And this particular show has so many different kinds of performers, right?
From we have Ethiopia, from Tanzania, from Ivory Coast, which happens, you know, different cultures mixed together.
So that's a great opportunity educationally to help kids learn more about different countries within Africa, but also how these particular performers come together and to make this amazing show.
Right, and this is a really spectacular show. I mean, we saw that video there. You mentioned the performers. How did they learn their crafts?
Basically, in Ethiopia, they have a school, and also in Tanzania, they have a school that Winston Rari built up for the kids, disadvantaged kids that can just go in the center and get the training that they want. And also, he has some teachers that are based there to actually kind of like lead them into the way. And also in Ethiopia, they have a school as well that's there. They wake up in the morning, like you, going to work and go do that 3-hour training every day in order to pursue what we have on stage.
Wow.
It's like the Black Cirque du Soleil. African. That's phenomenal. And it's a whole way of life and an experience that gets young people into world-renowned performers now.
Yeah, and also to get to travel the world, because, you know, if I was working normal in the office, I was not going to be able to travel in these whole countries that we've been in, you know, and also learning about people's culture when we get there. Like, for instance, in Germany, there are certain rules that things that you don't have to do, and which is, you know, so you also get to learn a lot about all of these countries and also the discipline that they have.
So, Courtney, what educational components do you guys incorporate into having a show like this? How do you sneak in the education part?
Well, we don't have to sneak it in.
Okay.
We have what we call a school education program. It's a partnership program where we partner with schools throughout the city, about 200 year-round, and we are working specifically in 50 different schools within Brooklyn, which is very exciting to me.
Cool.
And
And good, I'm glad. But yeah, so the idea is that the schools really buy into what is the partnership program, the idea of bringing their students to see different shows on our stage for $2 a ticket. So it's really, really affordable. And then there's other benefits to the program. So we provide resource guides to our teachers for information that they can use before and after the show, as well as we send 58 teaching artists into the schools who work directly with the students before and after they see the shows. So the idea of understanding a little bit about what the show is about, so the idea that it's taking place in South Africa, that there's this community, and that within that community there's a lot of creativity. And what was exciting for us in terms of education was in building the curriculum, we thought about how we were inspired by that, and the fact that there's a parallel between community in terms of a country or a town and a classroom community. So really trying to get the kids to work together, to trust each other, to communicate by dancing like they do in the show, really inspired by the gumboot dance that is portrayed in the show, as well as acrobatics. So we do it safely, but the idea is that the kids are learning how to partner acro, so again, that trust, weight sharing,
community.
and building a community.
Absolutely.
And
Exactly.
especially with that, exactly what you're saying, I come from a project called Dance for All, and they exactly did that to us, and we had like after school to go see some certain shows, and we get inspired, and that's when my passion for dancing started, and also choreography-wise, because I could see different shows and stuff like that, and then I said, okay, this is the path where I would like to see myself, because I really got inspired. I got so many role models, and I strive for that.
Do you perform in the show as well, or you just so you choreograph and you perform?
Yes, I choreograph. Well, initially it was supposed to be a choreographer, but they saw one of my contemporary pieces that I did, and the director was like, I'm sorry, we can't let you go during the show. So I'm also in the
Good
show.
problem to have.
Absolutely. This is a spectacular show for students and adults. Please, real quick while we finish, tell us where to get tickets and more about the New Victory Theater.
Yeah, you just go to newvictory.org, or you can call the box office, and there's lots of tickets, and the opportunity to make a memory, not only as a class, but as a family. You can the same performances are happening over the weekends and across the whole holiday season.
Right up to January 1.
Yep.
Mother Africa, My Home is the name of the show. It's
Got plans
phenomenal.
for New Year's Day. Go see Mother Africa, My Home at the New Victory, right on 42nd Street. You can't miss it.
Yes, thank you both very much for being here.
Thank you so much for having us.
Of course, our pleasure.